Good morning, Facebook friends. I'm meteorologist Kelly Greene, getting you caught up on the latest of this winter storm. Really starting to take shape here across the Midwest and the Plains states. You see these reds, those areas depicting the blizzard warnings. Of course, central Indiana under a winter storm warning. And we have the snow already developing, very heavy snow along that cold front. And that Arctic front will be arriving later this afternoon. We do have the winter storm warning that goes into effect at 3 o'clock this afternoon. All of central Indiana will be impacted by this winter storm. Take a look at these current temperatures behind this Arctic front. Des Moines, Iowa, already 5 below zero, 2 degrees right now in Kansas City, and that front is going to usher in that Arctic air, allowing that big plunge in temperatures and allowing those wind chills to drop drastically. Right now, though, we're pretty quiet across central Indiana. We do have some spotty areas of drizzle. 39 degrees right now in Muncie, as well as Shelbyville, 34 in Columbus, 36 degrees in Greencastle. Here's the setup with this Arctic front, this area of low pressure. It is going to continue to drop in pressure as it pushes across the Great Lakes area. And for us, that cold front will move from west to east later on this afternoon into the evening, driving this very cold air behind it. Those winds are going to shift out of the west northwest later on today, and it is going to be a high wind event, allowing those wind chill values to be significant. In fact, look at this polar plunge with the air temperature and the wind chill values. Starting tonight around 8 o'clock this evening, we'll still be in those low 30s, but then we drastically drop the air temperature and the wind chill values down into the below zero criteria, 20 to possibly 40 below zero for those feels like temperatures. So it is going to be dangerously cold. Looking at hour by hour this morning into the afternoon, we'll still have areas of drizzle. Temperatures will be seasonable for this time of year into those upper 30s to near 40 degrees. Winds will be out of the south on the front side of the system, but then all bets are off after we get into about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. We may see a little bit of sleet mixed in with the rain with the colder air aloft, but as this cold air at the surface pushes in, it's going to force that warmer air up, and then we have this lifting mechanism, this very drastic change in temperatures. It's going to shift the rain into snow rapidly once it starts to arrive. So anytime after 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, west central Indiana, notice the drastic change in the air temperature as well. We'll drop into the teens by 7 o'clock this evening for west central Indiana. Indianapolis metro area likely going to see that change over anywhere from 5 to about 7:30 later on this evening. As it continues to march across the state, that cold air will take over east central Indiana as well. We'll still see some snow lingering into early Friday morning, but notice these temperatures dropping well below zero. It will be a blustery overnight, and it's actually going to get even worse as far as the conditions go. The snow really only a very small part of this winter storm system. We're still forecasting around 3 to 5 inches of snow for all of central Indiana, but nonetheless, we're really going to see those dangerous conditions with the flash freeze and the wind chill values. So looking at that plunge from 6 p.m. until about 8 o'clock, we're going to drop to 8 degrees by 8 p.m. and then we will be below zero after 2 a.m. and that's going to cause that flash freeze. And what that means is the rain that we have fall today is going to freeze back over with this drastic charge of cold air moving in. Then the snow falls on top of it. It makes it very difficult for the snow plows to get out there, as well as treating that icy condition out there. Now, we also are going to see those temperatures drastically cold as well, running 5 to close to 10 degrees below zero in some spots. So bitter cold conditions, but then we add in the wind, and that's going to bring those wind chill values to be drastic as well. So want to show you this here at 7 p.m. tonight. This is where the cold front will be. We'll see those wind chill values, feels like temperatures around 2 in Lafayette, 2 below in Terre Haute. As this continues to move during the overnight, ushering in that cold air, the winds are actually going to increase by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So that stronger wind, the cold air, gives us that combination of a wind chill factor. And that is going to make it feel like it is 25 to 30 below zero at times, possibly close to 40 below zero all during the day on Friday. So let's take a look at tracking this actual Arctic front. So we have west central Indiana represented by Terre Haute, Indianapolis, central Indiana, and then Richmond for east central Indiana. Starting the timeline here at 12 noon today. As that front starts to push in after 4 o'clock this afternoon in Terre Haute, the air temperature will be around 32 degrees, wind chill values in the mid-20s, but Indianapolis still around 40 degrees for the air temperature. As we go into 6 p.m., notice Terre Haute drops to 19 degrees, wind chill value of 4, and then even Richmond area still in those upper 30s as that Arctic front hasn't quite made it there yet. But as we advance into the late hours tonight, we will start to see the big drastic change here. 1 degree in Terre Haute at 10 p.m. tonight, wind chill value running 22 below zero. For Indianapolis, 11 degrees above zero, but the wind chill value making it feel like 6 below. And then Richmond starting to see the effects a bit, but really going to be after 11 o'clock where we see Richmond really starting to see the impacts of that cold air. Notice the air temperatures running below zero, wind chill values below 30 degrees below zero. So really a big concern with this drastic cold air. The winds are also going to be high. We're going to see sustained winds at the surface really out of the west northwest from about 15 to 25 miles per hour. But these are the wind gust forecasts. We're going to see wind gusts from 35 to 45, possibly as high as 55 mile per hour wind gusts. And what that means is that all those power lines that could be draped in some of that moisture from the drizzle that we have today, those power lines could be snapped from these strong gusty winds. So just going to be a mess, a very nasty storm that we're going to be dealing with. Let's break down the winter timing of this. Starting around 4 o'clock this afternoon, especially in west central Indiana, we'll start to see that transition from the drizzle into some heavy snow. It should be heavy at times, 1, possibly 2 inches of snow per hour till about 11 o'clock tonight to midnight. And then we'll start to see it ending during the overnight hours tomorrow morning, but we're still going to see some lingering snow showers around. Future Track not doing a great job of showing that moisture, but we do believe that we're still going to see some wraparound moisture bringing in those snow showers throughout the day on Friday. We're also going to see the blowing snow, which causes that reduced visibility and allowing that visibility to possibly fall as low as 1/4 mile of visibility, which is more blizzard-like, especially when we combine the gusty winds that will start to increase even during the overnight tonight. We'll see those winds increasing, and the brunt of the stormy winds will actually be during the day on Friday. The pressure gradient of that area of low pressure is going to tighten up, and that means as it goes farther into the Great Lakes area, the pressure gradient is going to tighten up, allowing those winds to whip on through, causing that blowing snow, but also those wind gusts around 40 to 55 miles per hour will be possible really from 6 a.m. tomorrow morning until 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Now, in combination with the cold air, of course, and those winds, that drops our wind chill values to be drastically cold, especially during those windy time periods tomorrow during the day. Wind chill values running 30 to 40 below zero will be very possible. The flash freeze we talked about, that will be earlier on in the event where we have that cold air impacting that surface, freezing that moisture back onto those pavements, the interstates, sidewalks, parking lots. Really just going to be a big mess, very dangerous out there. Friday, brutally cold. We'll still have snow showers around. Temperatures tomorrow morning will fall about 4 below zero, but again, it's that dangerous wind chill value. We'll likely have a wind chill warning go into effect eventually, but that winter storm warning is still in effect, and that is just to give you the heads up that we have this major storm system. You need to prepare for it. 4 below zero for your morning low tomorrow. We'll still see the snow showers around throughout the afternoon. The air temperature only climbing to 2 above for tomorrow afternoon, and those winds will be sustained around 25 miles per hour out of the west. North and southbound travel lanes are going to be the trickiest with those strong winds. If you have a high profile vehicle, keep that in mind if you're traveling up and down I-65 or I-69, those are going to be the most difficult travel lanes across central Indiana. Now, as we go into Saturday, Christmas Eve day, it is still going to be cold. We have air temperatures only climbing to 11 above. We'll still have a wind out there sustained around 15 to 25 miles per hour. That's still going to keep those wind chill values running 10 to 20 below zero. And then for Christmas Day, really only slightly better. A lot of that system is going to start pulling on out of here, but we will have a white Christmas. There's not going to be any melting of the snow, and temperatures will be around 13 degrees for the afternoon high on Sunday. So here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We'll see a high around 40 degrees later this afternoon, and then we'll see that drastic change as that front moves in. That cold air ushers in, changing rain into snow pretty drastically. And then we'll see the air temperature dropping to 6 below zero Friday morning. The winds start to kick up Friday morning, and wind chill values will drop 20 to 40 below during the day Friday. High of only 2 above Friday afternoon. For your holiday weekend, it is going to be bitterly cold. High of just 11 degrees Christmas Eve, Christmas Day 13, but again, wind chill values running 10 to 20 below on Saturday, and then 10 to 20 below again on Christmas Day. So do use caution if you're heading to Christmas services. Make sure your church is still going to have those services, but bundle up, and we want to limit any kind of exposure outside for more than a few minutes. You can get frostbite in these kind of conditions. As we go into Monday next week, we gradually warm to 21. There's a chance of a few snow showers. The good news is, though, by the middle of next week, we are going to see temperatures rebounding back into the mid-40s. Be safe out there. This is a big winter storm for this season. We know that you have a lot of traveling to do, but we want you to use some caution. Be prepared for it as best as you can, and have a great holiday weekend.